Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. New York Jets and the Washington.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
Check 59, 59. Yeah. Check 59.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jones operating from the gun and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Took the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's got his man. This is Tate. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Carr again. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now, 180. Right there, 56. 3 buds.
Caught right side, Tate. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Jones now from the gun. He'll throw. For Marshall, that's complete. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Check three.
61, matchbox light.
Throwing, Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A look here on your screen at how Washington's going to line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Set. 10-2 stop. Greystone travel.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Man, go out.
Check up.
On third down, here's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Two-jet bomber on the ball.
On first down, Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood!
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Ready?
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You draw quarter.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Look at me. Go. Hey, orbit.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Shoot.
From the gun, Jones. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Jones on first down. He's got Smith here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
High 7.
54, right there. 54, Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Delay of game, offense.
So that stick, 2nd and 15.
Team 6.
Mike 5-4.
Look, squeeze. Look at me, zipper.
Check nickel.
Hey, Delta. 5.
Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive.
64, weak.
Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go, here we go.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check 15. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Yeah.
36.
Now Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
60 Pittsburgh. Go. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 59. Mike 59. I'm here all day.
Hey, wahoo. Big Ripper.
Jones operating from the gun. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now Jones, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
I got you. Mike, check 59.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Completes it to Benjamin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And he's going to get this down close.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Check 59.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Bang, bang, 6-6, pull it high. No. Leo. Spike.
They'll run it with Williams. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mike 5-9. Been a long day for you. 59.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Down. 56. I'm going to
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw his call. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check the backer, check the backer.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
We're good. 180. 56, Mike, 56. What's on?
Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check right 54. Recon, 132 fighter. Hard, hard.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Get it.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Lots of twists, lots of twists. Check one.
Go. Deep rip.
On second down, it's Pollard. And forget about finding. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll give to Williams, running right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Damian Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, it's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
70, Indy.
10 yards on the pickup.
Any weapon?
It's 2nd and inches at the 36.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Pilot, 64, Fair. Go out.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No. X3, 218, chop.
Williams down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. We're still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And he's got Fitzgerald. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Go. Hey, Orville. Yep.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
6-6, Pull it high.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back.
Now he's into the clear. The 30, 20. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis. That binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And this is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Go. Here we go. Here we go. Go.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And an alley to run. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He completes it to Tate. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Bravo! Hurry, get it!
Again, it's Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Go!
Jones now from the gun on third down. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. The veteran Brandon Marshall, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for New York. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got you.
This is Breida. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Oh, you got deep? Shoot.
Look, squeeze. Hey. Shoot.
On first down, Jones. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
50s, plant.
Check. Watch it before. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Alert flare.
22 jet bomber.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now.
Mike 54. Here we go.
Jones operating from the gun. And he finds Fitzgerald. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
60 out, Lord.
Check. All day, man.
Five.
Undercross.
Yep.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A big play there on the catch and run. Now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Golden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Hey, back up.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Let's go now. 94.
Check 24, check 24.
X3, 218, jump. Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Sam Todd. Leo.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Hey, Jet,
On first down, Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
61, matchbox white.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Damian Williams taking it in. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go, get set. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check. Press Twist on him, Travis. Yes. Motion. Go.
They'll run with Pollard. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't got nothing.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Watch out.
Hey, team 6.
Check.
Go.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
On first down, Williams. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Double up. He's coming.
Here's Pollard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go. Check three.
X3. 218. Chopper.
5-4. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Go.
54. Mike 54. You gonna see me in your face.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has in down. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 8, 1:45 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Carr, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He had 3 of those sacks last week. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.